everyone, this is Casey Bobo. I'm the counseling director at Gloucester High School, and we put together this presentation just to give parents an idea of what the 2023-2024 course selection process will look like, and to show you all the different options and opportunities that are available to your student. So we met with each grade level this week during study hall, so they have all seen this presentation. And a point of emphasis that we've really had for the students was to really reflect on what their goals are, some self-awareness about their level of motivation and their work ethic, and to really be true to themselves in picking courses that align with those things that they know about themselves and will help them achieve the goals that they have for themselves after high school. So just some basic background information. At Gloucester High, students are required to achieve 130 credits in order to earn their high school diploma. So each course generally is 5 credits each for a full year course. So a student who takes a full course load every year and passes all their classes would be able to earn 160 credits in their 4 years at GHS. So the requirement of 130 does allow for some wiggle room if students leave early senior year, or if they happen to fail classes along the way and need to remediate classes. But 130 credits is the number that we're looking for in order for a student to earn their diploma. Some subject-specific coursework that is required. Students are required to pass 4 years of English, physical education and health, 3 years of math, science, and history, 1 year of world language, a visual or performing art, and a 21st century course, and then 1 semester of financial literacy. So all of those classes are things that are outlined by the state of New Jersey, and our counseling staff works with students to make sure that they have all those requirements complete before graduation. These are a few of the programs of study that we have at GHS. TV production, industrial arts, visual arts, ROTC, STEM, including engineering, biomedical sciences, and computer sciences, and then pre-college. So there will be, I'll show you a little bit later in the video, more information about each of those programs, but we, moving forward, are planning to recognize students who complete 3 or more courses in these tracks, to recognize them either at their senior luncheon or at graduation, in honor of the contributions they make to the program and for their perseverance in completing numerous courses in these tracks. So we have 4 different course levels at GHS. So level 1 would be gym, health, and then your general kind of like intro level electives. So things like photography, ceramics, yearbook, they're all level 1. Level 2 is your academic, like college prep level courses. So college English 1, earth and space science, financial literacy, things that are academic in nature, usually high school graduation requirements, would be level 2. Level 3, we start moving into honors or pre-AP level courses. And then level 4 is AP courses. So I'll show you in the course selection booklet a little bit later. The levels basically designate the number of points students can earn towards their GPA. So if your child is one who is concerned about their GPA and the class rank, they will want to kind of keep an eye on the levels of the classes that they're taking throughout high school. An important reminder, and we emphasize this with the students as well, if your child intends to enroll in a 4-year university right out of high school, they need to take at least 2 years of world language, and Spanish is the only one that we offer at GHS. So they would need to complete Spanish 1 and Spanish 2 here with us to even be considered for like immediate entry into a 4-year college after graduation. And then we also encourage them, if they know that they want to pursue a career in some kind of science or engineering or nursing, they should be mindful of the different requirements that might be like a little bit more strict than they would be for other majors. So just making sure they're taking biology, chemistry, any other science requirements, to just be mindful of that as they're picking their classes. We have a number of Option 2 programs at GHS that we're really proud of. So a lot of these opportunities occur for students in their senior year, but it's important for students throughout high school to keep in mind that if they hope to pursue any of these programs in 12th grade, that they need to make sure that they're attending school, like they're on credit status, and they're passing all their classes leading up to these programs so that they would be eligible to participate in them. So we have 36 seniors right now who take, they are on an abbreviated schedule at GHS. So they leave after fifth period and they take a college class 2 days a week at Camden County College. And in the past, we've had students take classes at Rowan College as well. We have 16 students who are doing the Camden County College Career and Technical Institute program. So they get on a bus at GHS at 4:45 a few nights a week, and they're doing programs like automotive, culinary, welding, cosmetology. And by the time they graduate, they will, have certification in their career field as well as their high school diploma. We also have option 2 programs for employment and internships for seniors. So students leave early to work and they earn high school credits based on the number of hours that they work. And then an opportunity that's available to all of our students is the Cooper Health Network shadowing program. So that is a volunteer program that Cooper Hospital offers. Any student older than 14 is allowed to apply to participate. And that is kind of like a summer internship opportunity where students kind of get a foot in the door at Cooper Hospital to do some volunteering. And we have the paperwork for that in our guidance office if your student is interested in applying. Phys ed, as we said, students are required to pass 4 years of phys ed and health. So students generally take, their general PE class, but option 2 phys ed is also an option for students in grades 10, 11, or 12. So if your student participates in 2 sports at GHS, or if your student is heavily involved, plays on a club soccer team or does gymnastics or ice hockey, where they're really committing a significant amount of hours every week to their training, there is a separate application process for that. And then basically how the option 2 PE works is the physical activity minutes that are required for the phys ed graduation requirement are met through your child's activity minutes in their sport. So they would just, complete their 2 sports, or they would submit activity logs to me. And then instead of a gym class in their schedule, they would get a study hall. And the intention with that is to give them time to stay on top of their schoolwork when after school they're usually at practice or games till late in the evening. So this gives them time to stay on top of their schoolwork. Some new programs that we have coming for 23-24 that we're really excited about include the expansion of our industrial arts program. So we will be bringing in industrial arts 2. It's been a huge success this year. So industrial arts 2 will be a double period. So 2 periods back to back with Mr. Rock. So students will really be able to dive into more skills, different kinds of projects, and they'll be able to do that during the school day. And then we have 2 new Project Lead the Way STEM classes. So we have web design and development, as well as civil engineering and architecture. And then here is the timeline. So the week of January 17th, this week, we did all presentations for students in grades 9 through 11. We held our elective fair today, January 20th. So during their study hall today, we had students from every different elective course that we offer, students who are enrolled in that course this year. The students went down to the new gym during their study hall and they were able to speak to those students and get information so that way they can make some informed decisions when they're choosing their classes the week of January 30th. Next week, the week of January 23rd, we're going to have a number of additional study hall presentations, NCAA eligibility for student athletes, different presentations from our special programs like ROTC, AVID, and Project Lead the Way, as well as a presentation about the Option 2 program, so the college classes, the career and technical classes. The week of January 30th is when we will call students down and they will do their initial course requests. So we'll bring everybody in the grade level down to the auditorium with their laptops, and we will walk through a Google form with them where they will pick which English they would like to take, which math, which science. And then between January 30th and February 17th, our counselors will go through all of that. They'll have individual meeting with students to make sure that they're picking the best classes for them and that we have, their schedule prepared, hopefully. The week of February 13th, if you have a student at Gloucester Middle School or Alice Costello, that's when we will be going over to meet with 8th graders to pick their freshman year classes for next year. And then by February 17th, that is when all student course selections will be complete. And then the following week is when parents will be able to see the requests that their students made for the 23-24 school year. Once you're able to view them, you are able to reach out to your child's counselor to express any concerns or if you have questions, and we will help you throughout that process. And then just a reminder, our counseling office, so I'm the counseling director. If your child is in 9th grade, their counselor is Miss Denise O'Donnell. 10th graders, we have split up alphabetically by last name. So if last name A through G, Mr. Kevin Hagan is your counselor. Last name H through O, Miss O'Donnell. Last name P to Z, Miss Katie Light. And then Mr. Hagan has 11th grade and Miss Light has 12th grade. So I hope this presentation, in conjunction with our course of studies and the information that we've shared with your students, will be helpful. So I'm going to show you how you can access our course of studies. So if you go to the Gloucester High School webpage, you're going to go to Departments and then Guidance. And then over here on the left-hand side, the first link is the course selection booklet. So it's here and you can scroll through. Sometimes you do get an error message that the upload isn't there. So for some reason you can't see it in this window here. If you scroll down, you can download the document as well. So here's what it looks like. So you'll see here, page 4 is where we have some additional information about the different programs of study that we have. These are all the different requirements for high school graduation. So your student can go through and see which requirements they've already completed, which ones they need to plan to take in the years ahead still. Just some important information that we already touched on earlier in this video about the different high school graduation requirements. Here's how we compute GPA. So like I said, based on the levels. So, if you got 100 in gym, you would earn 4 points towards it. If you got 100 in an AP class, you would earn 5.5 credits. So that's to kind of level the playing field for kids who are taking very difficult classes. They earn compensatory grade points basically towards their grade point average. And then as you continue to scroll, the booklet is broken down by content area. So you'll see the title of the course, what level the course is, how many credits it is, and then a brief description. You can scroll through, see all the different content areas. Some information about some of our special programs in option 2. And then, just a general list of some of the electives. So again, we presented all this information to the students this week, and we will be meeting with them the week of January 30th to do their initial course requests. Please feel free to reach out to your child's counselor or to myself if we can answer any questions that you have along the way. But we encourage you to speak with your student about what they're thinking of taking and how that aligns with their goals. It's an important decision to make. And ultimately, they're going to spend 180 days next year in these classes. So we want them to take it seriously and make sure that they're taking classes that will serve them well moving forward. So thank you for listening to my presentation, and please feel free to reach out with any questions at all. Thank you.